With their beads and brightly colored robes, the Maasai of Kenya and northern Tanzania are one of the most recognizable ethnic groups of Africa. Their semi-nomadic lifestyle and strong cultural identity hasn't escaped the notice of global commercial brands, which have used the Maasai name to sell everything from four-wheel drive cars to running shoes and fashion. Some tribesmen have now had enough.
If there is a way that this culture can also benefit the Maasai, it would be excellent because, for example, right now we have children who are going to school, and for you to be able to get money, you have to sell a cow. Our women do not have any other source of money, or our men do not have any other source of money apart from selling cows. And yet we are seeing a lot of people making money from our culture.
Isaac Ole Tiololo founded the Maasai Intellectual Property Initiative 2 years ago and has been leading a push to seek protection for the Maasai brand. They could then demand financial compensation for using their name and image, money that is sorely needed, as more than 70% of the Maasai live below the poverty line. But there's a long way to go before they can even think about registering a Maasai trademark. First, the whole community has to support the idea, and that's no mean feat when they're spread across 2 countries.
3 million Maasai, around 2.8 in both countries, in Kenya and Tanzania, to rally behind this intellectual property initiative and come together and defend their culture and defending it.
So far, Isaac has reached almost half of the Maasai community through outreach events and live phone-ins in the Ma language. If the Maasai choose to support the plan, they would have to create a General Assembly of Maasai elders, trained in intellectual property, who could handle the legal side of things, as well as organize how the income would be distributed. It's a big shift for the Maasai to think of their own traditions as a trademark, but most seem to welcome the change it could bring.
My mother taught me beading, and I taught my daughters and grandchildren. We didn't do this for selling, we did it for our own beauty and culture. But if there is a way to sell these things and benefit from it, I support it.
The Maasai are not the first to seek brand protection. Australia's Aborigines and the Native American Navajo have both fought for control over the way they and their culture are represented. Intellectual property ownership is a growing area of development policy. But while it's possible to protect a product, an origin, or a name, how to protect a cultural identity is a lot harder to define. The Maasai have a proverb that reads, "If an idea is good, it will be copied and followed." But in a changing world, they want to make sure they're getting a return on the imitation.